Hey, welcome back, guys, to another episode of Huntsman Gaming. This is Viking Farms, and we are on our third animal guide for Farming Simulator 25. Today, we are going to be doing horses. So, if you guys remember from our last two videos, we started with the good old chickens. These guys right over here. Yesterday, we went ahead and did our sheep. And today we are going to do our horses. So we're just going to kind of continue down this hill here. And again, going to kind of start from the beginning and show you guys how to put the horse pasture in. So we'll just start right there. Go into construction. We're going to go up to our animals, slide on over to the horses. And these are the different variety of um, horse stables in the game. So as you guys can see, this pasture right here. Well, let's see here. I think it's this one here. This is the one we want, I believe. So if we put this one down, or maybe this isn't the one I want. Oh, yes, it is. So again, if we want to customize our horse pasture to fit more animals, we definitely can. This stable, as it comes right now, as you guys can see in the left hand corner here, this has 16 horse capacity. We'll go ahead. We'll edit this fence and see what it looks like. Bring it out here. Bring it up here. Yep. And then we'll go ahead and plant the metal for the horse barn. You guys can see how it changes. So this is the new planted meadow here at the horse barn. Nice, decent sized horse barn. Let's head on over and see what the capacity is now. It is still 16. I don't know if the horse pasture actually does go bigger than 16. But let's go ahead and buy some horses. Now, the one thing is with horses is you do not or cannot buy like more adult horses. They're all the same age group, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you all the horses you can buy are 0 months. So they have a gestation period of 11 months and then they have a puberty of 22 months. So let's go ahead and buy a couple of these. They do have some really cool looking horses in this game. Gotta love a Pinto. Pinto's one of my favorite. So we'll just buy three for now. Four, why not? Seal Brown, it's a good looking horse. Okay, so same thing as before. You can buy them from right here and have them delivered to your stable, or you can go to the animal dealer and pick them up yourselves. And then this is your drop point right here. You back your trailer up to here, and you can unload your animals out of here. All right. So horses are actually probably the most interactive animal in the game, meaning that you can actually ride them and you actually have to ride them to improve their quality. That's really cool animation how it's kicking up the dirt behind the horse. As you can see up in the top left hand corner, my riding percentage is going up higher and higher. Just riding them around. That is the one downfall of horses, though, is you do have to interact with them every month and make sure that they are getting the exercise they need. Otherwise, they are not going to develop and get to the quality that you want them to. If you're going to have a lot of horses, building a horse farm or something like that, and selling horses, obviously you want to make sure you're riding each and every horse every single month. Now I know, like in Farming Simulator 22, eventually some mods came out where you could hire a helper to help perform this task. Um, if you didn't want to continue to just ride around. But you can take them outside of the fence, as well. You can open up the gate, and ride them around all over and get your percentage up that way. Gates right there, just open it up and you can run through. If you do run into the fence, they will stop and then you have to start back up. You can jump as well. So yeah, we'll get this Pinto up to 100% for the day, so we can show you kind of what it looks like in the menu. Um, yeah, horses they're awesome. They're a really cool part of the game. It would actually be really cool if they were a little bit more interactive, maybe. Like you could do something with cattle with them, work some cows or some sheep or something like that. But at this point, just having them in the game is pretty cool. All right, there we go. So we're at 100%. So if we bring that guy to a stop, he's actually going in reverse. Very cool. So if we get off of him, and also too, if you look up here in the right hand corner, it says horse Yuma is back in the stable. So if you were to take the horse out of the stable, take him through the gate, ride him out into just open landscape, get off of him, it automatically returns him to the pasture. So that's a cool bit of information to have. Okay, so let's look at our menu and what the horses look like once we have them bought and in the stable. Okay, so these are our four horses. They do have names that the system automatically gives them, but you can rename them. Like Yuma here. I mean, we can name him, and you can pick anything you want. Like if we want to just name him Duke, we can name him Duke, and it changes right there. So that's really cool. You can name your horses. They have some pretty cool names. Nelson Lincoln's a cool name. Twister, that's awesome. Um, Another thing to look at. So if we go to Duke here, he's the one we were just riding. He was the Pinto. So his daily riding percentage you can see is 100%. So it's daily, and if you're playing seasons and stuff like that, it's by month basically. So you have to, or how many ever days are in your month. So you have to continuously ride him to get his condition. Well, not necessarily his condition, but his fitness all the way up. The fitness is based on how much you're riding him, how his health is, how clean he is. So you want to continue to keep riding him, and you can get the fitness up. And when you get the fitness up, if you're not trying to um, reproduce with this animal, then you can sell this animal. But you don't want to sell it before your fitness level is all the way up, so that way you get the most out of each of your animals. All right. So the next thing we're going to talk about is what horses eat. So again, like we've talked about in the chickens and the sheep, if we go down to our help menu, horses right here. So horses can eat hay, oats, and sorghum. So again, we could get some sorghum from chicken feed as well. So you can use sorghum if you're going to have chickens and horses close together. You can feed them both sorghum. You can feed hay, which comes from your grass. You can cut your grass and either ted it and then pick it up that way, or you can um, put it in a hay loft and it converts to hay, or you can just get oats. You can plant oats in any field and then go ahead and just harvest them and continue to feed your horses with oats, and then you can sell your oats after that, or do whatever you want with your oats. So, as I mentioned before, this is your trigger point right here for when you buy and sell animals. That's where you want to go. This right here is going to be where you feed your horses. You're going to bring your trailer in and feed them. And one other thing I did forget to mention on them. So, as you can see right here in your food, so you actually have a third variety. I forgot totally. about this in FS25. So root crops actually are now involved with this. So root crops are going to be consisting of, and it actually shows you here in your when you actually go to purchase them. So these, your carrots, your radishes, stuff like that, that is going to be your root crops. So that is 5% of your horse's diet, technically. Now, do you have to do it? That's totally up to you. If you don't want to mess with the root crops for just that 5%, if you don't have any other plans to deal with root crops, not necessarily going to make or break you as long as you're keeping up on your daily riding, you're keeping on your cleansiness, its health is staying up. The horses will increase their fitness just fine. One thing that horses do need that chickens and sheep do not need is straw. So as you can see up here, straw is at the top, and you can fill this up in the same position where you dump the feed. And straw is going to help with the health quality of the animals. So you want to get your straw, and you can get straw from harvesting crops like barley or wheat. And when you have your combine going through the field, you want to have your um, swath on so that it drops the straw, and then you can come behind and either pick it up with a baler, or you can pick it up um, with a ground. It's escaping my name right now. Sorry. Um, it's gonna bug me. So if we go to trailers, forage wagon. That's what I was. So you can pick it up with the forage wagon, and then just bring it in and drop it. So straw, it's not just used for horses; it's also used for pigs and cows. So it's not just the horses that need the straw. So it's very recommended that um, you use at least wheat or barley and chop this and gather the straw from at least one of those fields. I'm not saying you have to do it every time. If you gather 500,000 liters in one harvest and you only have just a few horses and a few cows, that straw is going to last you a very long time. Now you can bale it and sell it at the same time if you want to continue to maximize your profits, but you don't have to. You can store your straw, um, and just keep building, or not building, keep feeding off of that one harvest until you're out, or you're getting close to out. And then the next time you go to harvest a barley or a wheat field, you can then, set your combine to drop that and pick up the straw. All right. I think that is going to be about it. So again, with the horses, it's a little bit different. They don't really produce anything. The product is themselves. So you ride them, you make sure they're healthy, their fitness level continues to rise, and then that makes them worth more money. So if you continue to take care of them, they'll become more and more valuable. You can continue to breed them, build up your stock, and then as you get to a higher level, then you can continue to reproduce and sell off your older horses, bring in newer horses, and just have. Um, you could even do something like multiple stables, where you can move your older horses into one stable, your mid-range horses into another. So that's another thing to consider too. Is maybe uh, don't start with a full stable of horses, because you don't have room for it to expand. So if you're going to start with 5 or 6 horses, let them get through a reproduction cycle, have more horses, then you can move those horses over till their fitness level's high enough, and you can just keep continuing that cycle until until you're where you want to be. That's the great thing about Farming Simulator 25, is there's no written script. You can go as far with these animals as you want to go, customize it how you want to customize it, and yeah. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it for today. I appreciate everyone who has stopped by. Don't forget to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch and TikTok for live streams. Until then, keep climbing the mountain.